Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to share about the sentence connectors. My name is Prastya Sugesti. I'm from Gunadarma University in fourth grade. First, the definition. Connectors is a word that links two or more things together. I have a few examples for you. First, similarity. Uh, Likewise, similarly, correspondingly, by the same token, in the same way. Example 1. Men must wear a jacket and a tie. Similarly, women must wear a skirt or a dress, not trousers. Second, she was late, and I similarly was delayed. The third, you can teach navigation in the middle of a storm. Likewise, you can build a system of value in the current educational climate. Number 2. Contrast. On the other hand, in contrast conversely, however yet still, nonetheless, nevertheless, even so, in spite of this, despite that, or this. A. Direct opposition. Example 1. Ali worked hard. On the other hand, or in contrast, or however, Akan hardly did any work at all. Example 2. Martin is lazy. However, his brother is quite diligent. Example 3. George is optimism. In contrast, or however, Bill is a pessimist. Example 4. Extroverts love crowds. In contrast, introverts prefer solitude. Last example, 6 is more than 5. Conversely, 5 is less than 6. B. Denial of expectation or unexpected result. Example 1. She studied diligently for several months. Nevertheless, or however, or yet, or nonetheless, she failed. Example 2. George is very handsome, yet he is not popular with girls. Example 3. My uncle is 70 years old now. Nonetheless, he maintains his interest in legal matters. Last example. It's raining. Even so, we must go out. Number 3. Result. As a consequence, accordingly for this or that reason, therefore as a result, consequently, hence, thus, because of that or this. Example 1. He passed his exam. Therefore, or thus, or hence, or accordingly, or consequently, he had some good news to tell his parents. Example 2. Professor Brown is an outstanding scientist, hence he is highly respected. Example 3. He has been studying hard for a long time, thus he has made considerable progress. Example 4. He lacks self-confidence. As a consequence, he is unlikely to be successful. Last example. The demand has increased sharply. Accordingly, the prices are higher now. Number 4. Edition and listing. Also, beside furthermore, in addition, first of all, to begin with, in the first place, for one thing. Second, in the second place, for another thing. Thirdly, third, in the third place. Finally, lastly, last of all. Example 1. I could play football. Moreover, or besides, or also, he runs a restaurant. Nicola writes short stories. In addition, in addition, she writes articles for a newspaper. To prepare his homework, Jack went through various history books. Furthermore, he took notes from several encyclopedias. During her spare time, Ayla practiced the piano. In addition, she plays the violin. I prefer to buy fruits and vegetables in the open market because they are quite cheap there. Besides, they are much fresher than fruits and vegetables sold at the grain quarries. Living in a big city offers good job opportunities. Also, it provides good educational opportunities. Although all dogs not have a gift for music. Moreover, he lacks motivation to practice music. Therefore, he can become a good musician. Owning a car has some advantages. First, you can use to first of all or firstly or to begin with. It gives you comfort. Secondly, it saves you a lot of time. Thirdly, it gives you a great freedom of movement. Number 5, time. It's like at first, afterwards, later, then, in the meantime, meanwhile. The example 1. I read the morning paper for a while. Afterwards, I took a shower. First pick up the receiver and then insert a coin into the coin box. At first, I had great difficulty with grammar letter. However, I was able to overcome these difficulties by studying hard. The party is Tuesday, but in meantime, I have to shop and prepare the food. They will be here soon. Meanwhile, let's have coffee. Number 6. Exemplification. For example, to illustrate. Example 1. Women generally live longer than men. For instance, in the United States, life expectancy for women is 75, while it's 73 for a man. Example 2. Earthquakes can be highly destructive. To illustrate, the earthquake which occurred in Erzincan in 1939 devastated the whole town, killing more than 3,500 people. Number 7. In particularly, specifically. Example 1. Shopping in small markets is quite advantageous. In particular, one can find special items that large stores do not contain. Example 2. We still need to arrange several details for the trip. Specifically, we had to make plans and reservation as well as decide on the final itinerary. Number 8. Explanation. That is, namely, in other words, that is to say. Example 1. The brochure deals with traveling in Morocco. That is, or in other words, or namely, it discusses transportation, currency, and language. Example 2. The machinery was not impaired. That is, it wasn't damaged. Good readers should be able to read between the lines. That is, they should be able to make inference about information that is conveyed indirectly or given only partially. There is only one topic to discuss, namely the question of discipline. As a child grows up, he learns to behave in ways which are appropriate to the society into which he is born. That is to say, he acquires the patterns of behavior which are set as normal in his society. Alright, everybody, that is all for my homework. Thank you for watching, and I'm so sorry if any wrong grammar, if any wrong pronounce, and there is a lot of mistake. You can critique me, give me a comment, and I will do better, and I will practice anymore. And thank you for your attention. Good night. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.